secures your goods while they are not being used or waiting for the next stage in the supply chain process. Storage and bagging handling equipment. These are the equipment that are used to store your goods when the goods are not in use, or maybe they're waiting for the next stage or next step in the supply chain. So that the equipment that is used for this purpose belong to that category. Now, what are some of those equipment here? Examples. Yeah, equipment like my pallets, right? You know the pallets. Just those the equipment management. Kutoka kunaanza kwanza equipment sinkani ya zituro kazoka not efficiency stima ndio mwanga ni manager and so on and so forth. It's major some is part of the equipment that is used in there. So the storage and handling equipment can keep materials for short or long periods depending on your warehouse needs. So the mungazika pale can stay depending on your needs. In a warehouse, you have things like my shelf. Those shelves are also considered as part of the equipment that is used to store the goods or to hold the goods while you are waiting for the next stage or the next step. At times, apart from having the shelves, it's going to be giant. You see, my drawers, my cabinets or my drawers, whatever. You may have those ones in the warehouses. They are still considered as the equipment. So, it is as basic as you can see. Those are storage and handling equipment. Then, Timana put it in the bag handling equipment. Now, this bag material, these are category, we call it what? Bag material. In this category, you are going to see the kind of equipment that stores, controls, and transports loose form material in large quantities. Loose form material in large quantities. Bag handling or bag handling material. Either bag material or bag handling. It's not about storage, but now just handling the goods that are in bag, and most of the time that are in loose form. Now, when we are saying the materials that are in loose form, these are the materials that are not packed or probably packaged or packed in specific containers. They are loose. For example, quality stone. When quality stone is being handled, most of the time quality stone is not packed in probably specific containers or sacks or whatever. That one is handled in its loose form. That's why you find that where the quality stone has been has been stored, there is this machine called what, a trade order or something. It will go there, get some, and throw it into the truck. Off it proceeds, but while in loose form. So the kind of equipment that is used to handle such kind of materials belongs to that category or bag handling material. So the loose form materials, apart from the quality stone that I just mentioned, another example of looking at it can be the liquids, foods and minerals such as stones, rocks, metal items, boards, nails. These can be the materials that are being heaped somewhere. And now whenever you want to move them, you get them while as loose as they are, and you move them or you transport them using whatever transportation equipment is there, but in their loose form. Now, what are some of those equipment? Because we are only looking at the materials sample yake kivyana na za wale sonani wa Somali zile zao kuna usisi na ndio pati nchi kama vile pati za hundi ndio za mwiki kule hizo ndio kama ni machine anga ya shamba ndio mjenga hivi. That's actually what they're trying to look at. So a good example of those equipment is conveyor belts. So a conveyor belt belongs to that category of bag handling equipment. In conveyor belts, we have there's a system of what we call pulleys. I think you know what pulleys are, right? Pulley system. And come about physical science. The pulley system. The pulley system is the convention. Sorry?
Science and technology.
Science and technology. So there's a system of pulleys, conveyor belts, and so on and so forth. Those ones, when you have them in your warehouse or in a storage facility, and they carry out this task of transporting or moving these materials that are in loose form, just know that they belong to the category of bag handling material. Pulleys. I don't know. Pulleys, I think, what are pulleys? The pulley system. I think I'm from Mabanga Santa to primary school. Kind of form I think you might have an idea.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Yeah. So what are you remembering? If you can't remember.
We remember that we are in college now.
Alright, I will. I don't know what are the pulleys, the pulley system. It's a system. When you're saying a pulley system, it means it is a system. It is a combination of certain things, and together they accomplish a particular task. Example, what is the pulley? My people, my good people, what are pulleys? This is not a strange concept. It's not a strange way to us. We take much of our time. What a pulley? At least we can just remind each other. Okay, when you're saying a pulley system, this is actually what it is. This is what it is.
Okay,
Gym. How long was that pulling gym?
Nina mabagi kursi ndafunode abange tusoro dabide ade hare ndefu waja human power singa wanite dama iza mabule zolimina timabanga ojen timabanga prezi bilenga ulifikita nina sojilenga bibi
Sanda compare na
Okay. This is motor vehicle. Let me give you an example of a motor vehicle. Engine was very modest. We have a system of wheels like these ones. I think you might have seen them. And there is a connection of belts. There's always a belt that will connect this wheel and this one, right? And then there is a belt that connects this wheel and this one. And probably there can also be another wheel here. And there is a belt that is connecting this wheel and this wheel, right? Now, mavilo ambaye nisisa, I think you know what I'm talking about here. Each one of these wheels, ima kauti ni ngari samwachi, ngari timano mamyoje, like this. Like this. So, is this much so now? This belt actually did a whole impact in each manage. This one it has the same. This one it has the same. Right? Now we are assuming that after the driver has started the engine, this wheel starts moving. Right? It starts moving. Since this one is started moving rather, it pulls this belt, and this belt pulls this one as well. Then at the same time, now it is attached to wheels are now we are waiting to do so this system, a combination of these bells and these wheels that are pulling something to make it easier for this machine to move is what we call a pulley system. Now, drive out, meanwhile, is accelerating. Acceleration, speaking to Jodichi Makanga, which are heavy, is as soft as it is, right? You can accelerate while you are not even knowing that you are accelerating. But that small push that you are, exerting there, that small amount of force that you are exerting on the pedals, accelerator pedal, is able to move this entire vehicle. Yet as heavy as the vehicle is. If I tell you know how it feels. It's not that easy. It's very heavy. Command technology is that small amount of force that is exerted on the accelerator pedal is able to move that whole vehicle. Why? Thanks to the pulley system that is there. So when we're talking about the pulley system, this is a system of wheels and belts that moves a particular machine. So in conveyor belts, now in a warehouse, whenever you see those pulleys moving around, those conveyor belts moving goes from this end to the other end. What is happening there is a pulley system. There is a pulley system. Now, with the pulley system, what happens? Here is a warehouse. Most of the times, in Macau, conveyor belt, if you talk a corner in, when you put a corner in, they are building it. And from there, maybe from that corner to another corner of that building in a warehouse, that is. Command where we have, there is a motor. A motor. There is a motor that when it is switched on, it starts running. And as it is spinning, it pulls this belt. Now, come we got a belt here, or we can also another wheel, and another belt has been connected to that one, going to the other direction. So there is a pulley system actually making it easier for the goods to be moved up and down. So the pulley system that is there in a warehouse, whether the belts here and the wheels that are there are part of what we call battery handling materials. So here we are talking about the motors that are there. We are talking about the belts themselves. We are talking about the wheels. All those ones putting them together are part of bag handling materials in those ones. If you go to Kanimo, there is a place where if you've been to Kanimo, maybe you know the place I'm talking about. Then we are saying I'm going to go. But if you take an observation, you find that when those guys are manufacturing those the motors that they use, they are used motors that were used to pull conveyors in the Kanimo industrial site, especially because when you go to Magampana, you are very name them, Alliance 1 and so on and so forth. The conveyor belt system is commonly used. So at times, they dispose them off. In a matter of the we need to dispose it off. Those guys, they use those motors, and they manufacture them using motor some conveyor belts. So, if you go warehouse here and Alliance 1, JTI, or you see those structures around those equipment, just know that they don't do that particular off, but handling. Alright, then we have what we call starters. Starters, these are also considered to be equipment that are used as bagging, handling. So, the starters are the equipment that load and unload heavy materials on stockpiles or storage for bulk materials. Still, we are going back to the warehouses. If you happen to go there and visit those warehouses, you are going to see probably barrels of tobacco in their hundreds, but now they are in large heaps that look like pyramids. Most of those heaps, they look like pyramids. Those heaps, those huge heaps that we find there are ones we call stacks. So it can be like a pyramid, it can be like a rectangle, it can be like a square, but so huge. Now, those stockpiles are called stacks. In a warehouse language, they call it a stack. Now, to come up with that stack, there is a need for an equipment that will help you to lift those heavy bales of tobacco and put them there on top. But even anga senze kapna kuhela chini chope aenda nayo akasiye pambabachi. So the equipment that is used to lift those ones are whether bags of whatever materials or bales or whatever materials, the equipment that is used to lift those ones is called a stacker, or those are stackers. Now, then we also have the equipment that can be used to now reclaim the materials from where they were put, and probably you want to retrieve them and take them elsewhere. The equipment that can be used to do this is called a reclaimer. So reclaimers are used to pick out materials from stockpiles. Then we have what we call bucket elevators. We have bucket elevators. These bucket elevators are designed for handling and lifting large amounts of bulk materials through the system. Now, let us look at industrial trucks as another category of material handling equipment. Industrial trucks. So these are vehicles that transport goods and materials within your warehouse, and are also used to load and unload heavy objects. These are called industrial trucks. Vehicles that transport goods and materials within your warehouse, and are also used to load or unload heavy objects. I believe you people, you know this equipment that is called a payloader. You know a payloader? This kind of a tractor with a hoe and a digger from behind. Looks like this one. I think you have an idea what this is all about. That one is a payloader. So a payloader is an example of an industrial tractor. So that one can be used to load or offload goods that are in packing. Can also be used to transport goods to and fro within your warehousing. So there are several types of these industrial trucks as well. Others, they have forks. There is always a fork in front of it. Others, they have what we call a roller. A roller, the cast with cups of roller. Roller. Space, roller. Loading. So others, they have rollers, and not cast with. Others, they have forks, but all in all, they are used to lift heavy or bagging materials. It's either loading into a truck or offloading from a truck, or else simply transporting these materials from here to the other corner. different types of industrial tracks. Some have forks or a flat surface to lift the products, while others need additional equipment for lifting. So, industrial tracks can range from small hand-operated machines to large drivable equipment, industrial vehicles. In construction sites, maybe one might have noticed that there are these small tracks that looks like wheelbarrows, but somebody sits on top and drives them. We call them dumpers, others call them dumpers. Especially these ones are mostly used in construction sites. There are also examples of industrial tracks. So what we are saying here is industrial tracks can be as small as those dumpers are. Others can be as big and as huge as possible.
You're saying they need additional equipment.
Others may need additional equipment. Additional equipment it is an equipment and it may need an additional equipment. Okay, example. Okay, let me take it from when we go to, especially men, when you go to a barber shop, there is that small machine that they use to shave our hair, right? But depending on your need or the style that you want to have hair, right? So that at least the machine, that small machine should be able to perform as it is expected to, right? And that is an additional equipment to that shaving machine. Okay, so I was trying to bring in a simple example where there is already a machine that is able to perform, but if for it to perform better, you need an additional equipment. You attach it, then it does what you are expecting it to do. So similarly, some of the industrial tracks that we have are forklifts. We have forklifts, we have what we call hand tracks, quality tracks, and so on and so forth. Now, the side loaders and the bay loaders, the one that I was drawing there, those are some examples of industrial tracks. However, there can be a situation where a forklift is trying to lift some load. Of course, that forklift, it has the capacity to lift that load. But now, the lifting equipment that is attached to it, it is not big enough and cannot manage to lift that load in question. Now, there can be a need for an additional fork or an additional loader to be attached to it so that it is able to do what it's supposed to do. Shall we?
Yeah.
Are we together on that one?
Yes.
So that equipment, you can add something, you can attach something to it so that it should be able to accomplish what it's supposed to do. So some of that is forklift on demand industrial thing. Now, timakamba zona kuti tili engineering systems as another category of equipment that is used in material handling. These are automated systems that incorporate technology supported by computers and computer programs and robots to transport and store goods. So they are computerized systems that are there to store and transport goods and materials automatically using computerized software and of course computer programs. So, what are examples of these ones? See, mind you, before we look at the examples of these engineered systems, we should take note that an automated system is generally made out of several units controlled by a management software application. So there is a system there, a computerized system, but it is controlled by a particular software or a particular program. So it is not just an individual unit that performs the work, but there is always a coordination of those units. But who coordinates these units? The computerized system we're talking about here, a particular software that is there. So, just as I said earlier, some of these systems are always very complex, very expensive to initiate and even to maintain. So, examples of those engineered systems include AMR. AMR stands for Autonomous Mobile Robots. Autonomous mobile robots as an example of these engineered systems. We have these are sophisticated robots. These AMRs, they are sophisticated robots that are capable of navigating their environment independently without the need of human intervention. So they are really sophisticated. They are programmed and they are able to navigate around their environment and do what they are supposed to do. So it was programmed to go into the library and collect certain books. It can still do that. It goes in there. Whenever there is a desk in here, it can navigate through and dodge it and go straight to where it is supposed to get the books. Those are AMRs as examples of engineered systems. Now, apart from these AMRs, we also have what we call automated storage and retrieval systems. Automated storage and retrieval systems. Now, that's AS/RS. Now, what is this? These are computer-controlled solutions that keep and retrieve goods in our warehouses. So, I have a limitation here that we cannot demonstrate them because even in our local industries here, we do not have this kind of equipment or this kind of robots. But in the world of warehousing and material handling, they are there and they exist. But so sophisticated. So AMRs, AS/RS, these are some of those machines. Apart from these two examples of engineered systems, there is also a third one, and this third one they call it automated guided vehicles, AGVs. So, what are these AGVs? These are guided robots that require a human operator to navigate their environment. That's why they say automated guided vehicles. There is no driver in there, but somebody is sitting somewhere and trying to do the controlling and the navigation. Alright. Now, having seen that material handling is considered to be one of the most prominent functions in warehousing, definitely there must be reasons why material handling should be considered as such. Why is it considered to be significant and to be important? That's where we are going. So, the benefits of material handling. What are the benefits of material handling? So, we will see that the benefits are obvious. That's the beauty of this whole thing. The benefits are obvious here. Why am I saying this? An effective material handling system allows your company to have necessary stock in small spaces wherever possible, reduce time spent on internal operations, and very many others. Now, let me try to highlight those benefits one by one. I know that one is going to be important for you people. One, it prevents workplace accidents. It prevents workplace accidents. That's one benefit. So here what we are trying to do, when we say material handling, definitely it is something which is to do with the handling of those materials with care. Ichi chibwera kukhala mawu ake. Komanso ichi chibwera kusunthira kupitisira kugwiritsa ntchito mwina equipment ya mtundu kapena machine ya mtundu. That is what we are saying we are calling material handling. So this kind of material handling prevents accidents in workplaces or reduces accidents in workplaces. Why? Because the materials of the goods are handled appropriately and properly with the right equipment, with the right machinery, and of course in right locations. That one helps a lot in as far as the reduction of accidents is concerned. So, prevents workplace accidents, that's one benefit. Another thing here is it improves employee satisfaction. That one should also be a benefit of having this one. Imagine a situation where here is your warehouse, and of course you have stockpiles of fertilizer. But now you are expecting your employees to keep moving these bags of fertilizers manually using their heads and all. Of course they can do it. Why? Because but this is not a mama or a match. I'm not because of the machine. It's my stress over the feet. Anyway, so can I do what this for? So that satisfaction and motivation is no longer there. But with material handling, with the use of different kinds of equipment and of course machinery, it brings at least that satisfaction and comfort in the physical and emotional well-being of these employees. So, what's the problem with job discomfort? If somebody is not comfortable, it leads to what we call frustrations. Isn't it? You get frustrated. And many other things. Why? Because someone is frustrated. So, if there is a proper equipment and at least there are better conditions for these employees, there is always this satisfaction. Consequently, there is motivation. So, by utilizing material handling systems, employees are relieved from labor-intensive, for example, lifting heavy items, monotonous tasks that will help them reduce stress levels and achieve overall satisfaction. So, very actually, it improves the employee satisfaction. I'm a man in at least now from the answer. Now, for the benefit yet done, it improves productivity and efficiency. It improves productivity and efficiency. Alright, so when the employees, the productivity we're talking about here is the productivity of the organization, but is achieved by the employees or is achieved through the employees. Now, if the employees are at least working in a software environment, not very software, or some as well, but at least in a software and that environment, they can have time to focus on quality or quality controls. At the end of the day, the outcome of whatever you people are doing can be of higher or greater or better quality. Why? Because there is material handling that is enabling these people to do things easier. So, material handling equipment can help your employees to transport, locate, and pick inventory, allowing them to be more competent at the end of the day. There is another benefit here that it saves you money. That's another benefit of the same. It saves you money. How and why? When the organization or an organization is investing on quality control through the use of machinery and better equipment, the chances of having damages are always minimized. So the chances of having damages to the goods that you are handling are always minimized. Why? Through the use of this machinery or the equipment. So you are able to save money. The money that you have spent on the returns or the goods that were damaged, that money can always be saved. Why? Because you were using proper equipment that was making it easier for your employees to handle the goods and the materials securely and safely. Alright. So far we have seen 4 benefits, at least from this end. Is there any benefit that one can think of? Let us bring it out and validate it. If there is any that we feel like, why? How about this one? I think this one can also be a benefit. We discuss it and of course we validate it. Charles, what do you think? These 4 we've seen are the only benefits one can get from material handling, safety, the material, that's the reduction in accidents, towns management, and it saves money, efficiency and effectiveness, towns management. Are these the only benefits we feel like we can get from here?
I was thinking of it makes work easier, but related to improve employee satisfaction.
So it improves employee satisfaction. Okay? It improves employee satisfaction. So it is like the point that we discussed, isn't it? Right? Okay. So that's very correct. Of course, is concurring with this other point that we see, point number 2. What else do you think can be another benefit of materials handling?
I was thinking of space in time, like food. On time, instead of the workers to be handling the same things, but they'll be able to be doing some productive activities for the company.
And it saves time.
Yes, this time. The second one, since the machines are able to relate to the Jamoya Manuage, that means there will be enough space compared to if it was the person who was doing it and another motive, because it would be the same situation.
Okay. Well, so it saves time. Well, that one is obvious and I'm buying it, because I mean, if you have to do things probably manually without the use of probably equipment and all that, it can always consume much of the time, you see. So instead of concentrating on some other things, you may be repeating one process again and again and again and again and again and again and again.
Does not tally with productivity and efficiency. The point she's raising. Does not tally with the point of improve productivity and efficiency.
It improves productivity and efficiency. Okay, fine. There is a similarity in there. There is a similarity in what you are saying. However, we can also try to even split it. So, doing something timely can also contribute to efficiency, right? Can also contribute to efficiency if you are doing something timely. That's where you two are meeting. I'm hearing a point, and of course, I also got a point. But at the same time, efficiency can also be seen independently, not only in time management, but probably in the actual execution of that particular task can also be seen as efficiency. So efficiency, time can also be part of that efficiency we're talking about here, but independently, time management, we can also try to work at it independently. So, always go ahead, madam.
Let's say about my and then you're bringing a point in, you're doing the same way, but then you're using simple ways. But not the same words you used it, but then you are just simplifying the words as your own point.
Okay.
Commanding your point, and it was in a different language.
Yes.
Is it okay?
Well, yes, why not? It is. Yes, it is. Unless, okay, as long as it doesn't change the meaning of what you're saying, right? Yeah, as long as it doesn't change the meaning, it's okay, it's fine. We do not emphasize on saying whichever word I use when you are also answering questions, you should use the exact word. That's not what we always encourage. You can use your own language, but at least you should not change the meaning of the whole thing.
Thank you.
Komano, that one doesn't apply to the exam that you just did.
Please.
That exam,
What about the point of it helps to use the warehouse objectives?
it helps to
Use warehouse objectives.
okay.
Visualization of the warehouse objectives.
Okay. For example, what can be some of those objectives?
Let's say customer satisfaction, efficiency. You are doing that in time. Or meeting the objectives of the warehouse.
Okay. Alright. So, for example, those objectives you are suggesting are the ones that have been achieved here, because we have already seen the saving of money, and now we are being cost efficient and cost effective in this case. Probably it was your objective, it has already been achieved, right? So in other words, for example, if you mention that point, if you want to mention that point, what you are going to do there, you're going to expand and also mention those objectives that are here. But okay, it helps us to achieve our objectives. For example, then saving money, cost efficiency, satisfaction, and so on and so forth. Right? So in other words, that point is kind of an umbrella of these points that are already here. See? Yeah, but it encompasses all. Alexander, talk to us. Question? A comment? Okay. So, let's take it. I meet at what time are we meeting? No, at 1, isn't it? We have another class. I'm also inviting all of you to attend my class. Very exciting. Yes.
Optimizing the processes on which point?
Optimizing the processes. Optimizing the processes. That one can also be a point. Or else, it's like you're trying to add that one, right? As a point. Is it
Yes.
what you're saying?
Yes.
Optimizing the processes. Well, that one makes sense. Others, what do you think? She says optimization of the processes. The benefit, isn't it? That's what I say. They say optimization of processes as a benefit. Bingo. What do you think? Optimization. It's true? Okay. This lady says it's true. Sorry. You know about some things to that lady said. She says, she's trying to add another benefit, and she says optimization of processes. Should we adopt what she said?
She should explain.
Oh, okay. Here comes that way. Like, go ahead. You have to justify.
I'm ready.
This is not just a negotiator, I'm just explaining as optimization of processes. How?
Improved workflow, transportation of things, really, when the border.
Can we relate can you relate it with maybe the productivity and the efficiency? Within the explanation, might be the process becoming more efficient.
Okay. So, what this lady says is, of course, the truth. Is similar to what this lady also said, and I commented saying, when you were saying optimization of processes, that's very true. Which processes? Those are some of the processes, like, for example, you're saying transportation, storage, whatever, right? That's very correct. I'm agreeing with you. At the end of the day, all those are really do efficiency, right? But what you were trying to do, you can't just okay, I'm actually delivering my point. I mean, command at the end of the day, you find that there is a repetition. But you find that there is always a repetition. But nevertheless, that's very true. So let us take a break. What is your judge or Munasai? I see my voice. Everybody is in charge. You want to ask the public? Private public. That's 2 minutes. You get done with this. One, right? Everybody is only one. Basi choncho ulinzi okuchene mtu kwa kulala sadaka. tenga ni bagi yangu. It's okay. I brought it. Anabele sauti. In fact, sana vile hiyo ya wanaume mabati anakuja kuzaa deliver supplement. Na mwanadamu ndio ndio yeye ndio mmoja ya black msimu unataka black. Of course wale yanga watu tunanena gani nje. Wale yanga ndio fana na hapo yani dina nje. Not being very identical. I must be black and black. Kwa wote ndio that's what you chose. Of course I mean sana watu kuonyesha ndio mada sana. Drama inasema kama very limited. Ndio drama inasema kama very limited. So, ikamruhusa tu free days ingawa sasa kupanga tena hizo swali. Asije class. So hivi kama fulani mtandao hai ndio ndipata. Wewe na yeye ali kushoka kwa mbali injitawa. Dama dala ipo ni kama dala wewe zili kwa sababu tunao wewe tena. Wewe ndio mpira leo. What is the most sustainable way to do it? Ndivyo yanafanyika wewe kama tuko